Hello there, my very good friends. On this news video, Saraya is done with Ronnie Radke.
Don't call Kurt Perc Angle anymore.
AEW has scrapped their WrestleMania weekend plans.
And a former WWE legend has been pitched for an on-screen AEW role. I'm Adam Wilborn.
And I'm someone from TMZ, apparently, on this one.
This is the after news.
Okie doke, let's
Do you
talk.
want nice big drinks? Isn't that what they have on TMZ?
Yeah, I've got a Stanley Cup through the house. I didn't bring it with me,
That's really old.
What have we got? I don't know.
Oh, there you go.
Advertisers will like beer, but yeah, cool. WD-40, all right. Saraya and Ronnie Radke are done.
Yes.
So this is TMZ Sports who broke the news. They have been together for 6 years, but they apparently split up towards the end of last year. Apparently, there'd been signs of some trouble brewing between them or something. They split for personal reasons, but speculation started rising in December when Saraya didn't wish Ronnie a happy birthday on Twitter.
Yeah,
people were like, aha, that must be over. They could have just done it privately.
I was going to say, it's not definitive.
they might.
I regularly forget to wish any of my colleagues a happy birthday because I just say,
Happy birthday. Yeah, exactly.
In person, or just text them. But yes,
precisely.
Yeah.
But it is noted in this thing that they were very supportive of each other publicly.
Yeah.
So that maybe if that doesn't happen, you can see why that might cause some rumors or whatever. Now, Saraya is currently off AEW TV. She asked for time off. There's no more controversy to it than that. She asked for some time off, and Tony Khan said, "You can have some time off."
Yeah.
I saw people speculate. Remember this? She was wearing a Steve Austin T-shirt, and some little guy was like, Tony must be punishing her for wearing a Stone Cold shirt."
Oh God! Have a day off.
Which is just absurd. But yeah, they've been together for 6 years. Ronnie's band, Falling in Reverse, does her entrance music, so I wonder if that might then change. But yeah, I mean, he's a character, shall we say?
That's one way of putting it.
Yeah, frequent user of slurs on social media, frequently just goes after people. He's probably going to go after us because that's what he does.
Good.
Music is subjective. That's what I'll say about Falling in Reverse. He's not got the best public image. I think it's fair to say.
Subjectively, we're not fans of his.
Yeah, and the music is. Yeah, but okay, good for Saraya. Presumably, she'll now just move on into a better place.
Exactly,
which is good, and hopefully it doesn't means we don't have to hear "we're cancelling you" on TV anymore, which is good. Remember when she pitched Ronnie Radke doing the celebrity match in AEW with Chris Jericho? Jesus.
Chris would have been up for it, let's be honest.
Look,
I just hope everyone's all right, really.
Yeah.
This is one of those stories. I mean, it's old news, probably, for yeah.
3
months ago,
Yeah.
But, however you feel about the people involved, I just hope they're all right, and specifically with Saraya, she's good, and hopefully see her back in AEW sooner rather than later.
Yeah, definitely. And it's good that, for years and years and years, wrestling was a thing where it was ruled by one guy who was like, I'm going to work you to dust. So it's good that people have the freedom to actually just go, hello, I would like a break, please.
My wife has given birth. Can I go and look after my child for a bit?
Yeah.
Yes. Why are you doing that? It's one of the things I hate most about all sports, that. Like, your wife's had the baby, what do you need to be there for? I don't know, support?
During the most vital period of a child's life, perhaps.
She's given birth now, what's the difficult stuff? Complete lack of sleep.
Yeah. Even stuff like injuries, it's like, I'll work through it, brother. It's like, cool, how's that going to work out a year from now, when you're still working through it? But yeah, maybe we'll see her soon. It's interesting, though, that while she's been away, like, Harley Cameron has kind of moved into a different role.
I really like what Harley Cameron's doing recently.
She's an insane personality. Insane.
She's very multi-talented. I really like that about her, and she's clearly someone who, any opportunity that presents itself, she grabs it with both hands. I think she's such a presence on television, no matter what she's doing. And she's got probably half a page on Cage Match, and yet she's still regularly entrusted with working with some of the best females in AEW, which shows, I think she's just going to go from strength to strength over the next few years.
Yeah, definitely. And like the Outcasts act was I perversely enjoyed it, but it was a bit. It didn't really work.
No.
I did enjoy the time Saraya called the crowd twats, which was you neckbeard stinky twats.
Her second best promo after the one targeted at Britt Baker, of course.
Yeah, well, Doctor, your name rhymes with.
It's such a good burn.
Yeah, so
it does rhyme with it.
Yeah, you're correct. So no word on what Saraya will be doing when she returns. We'll see.
Yeah.
But her and Ronnie are done. Yeah.
Let's talk a little bit about Kurt Angle now. Lovely man, obviously has had an incredible career and, difficulties, it's fair to say, outside of the ring. And in relation to that, let's stop calling him Perc Angle. I know, and he knows, to be fair, he was talking on Chris Van Vliet about all this, that it is an affectionate term by the fans. It is a weird sort of, I don't know, could you call it gallows humour? Sort of a light-hearted look back at a time where, he was clearly going through some stuff, but then producing incredible in-ring things. He said, I know that fans, it's almost like they want me to feel good about it. The fans are having fun with it because I was the best wrestler in the business. They said the Kurt Angle was Perc Angle. That's why he was doing it, because he was all perked up. But he said, I didn't use painkillers when I was wrestling. I used them in the morning. And when I was done wrestling, I never wrestled high, just to clarify that there. But it's a really interesting clip, and it signals another great interview from Chris that's well worth checking out. It does just say that maybe we shouldn't do it anymore because it hurts his feelings somewhat, because it is bringing back difficult, painful memories from his past. Understandable. It's, we know what we all mean by Perc Angle, but, at the end of the day, it's probably something he wants to forget about somewhat, so let's leave that name in the past, perhaps.
Yeah, for sure. So, I don't think that anyone who uses the term Perc Angle is doing it to hurt Kurt.
No.
Or, out of, disdain for him. It's
No.
It's a period in his career that obviously brings up some dark times for him in his personal life and stuff like that. So, look, we just did a draft video the other month where, I called him Perc Angle several times.
Yeah.
And, stuff like that without even thinking. We've all done that.
Because it does sort of, I'm not going to say what you said in there because I'm not sure if that video's gone out yet.
The draft.
Dream matches.
Dream matches, yeah.
But, it's like a specific time in his career that people can automatically think of, but there's no malice attached to it, like you say.
I will say, though, now that we know that he's not happy with it, let's just stop.
Yeah, I'm not here saying it anymore.
Stop using that. He's made it quite clear there. I think is this the first time he's spoken about it?
As far as I'm aware.
Yeah. I'm not sure. But look, if the guy's not... My line is always, if the person isn't cool with it and they say they're not cool with it, cool, just get rid of it. Just get rid of it. It's easy to do. It's an adjustment we can all make. And Kurt, every time I see him these days, he's he just seems like a cool granddad. Or an uncle.
Turning into a meme occasionally.
Yeah, he's just hanging out. He's recreating the John Cena entrance with his family members. It's fun.
It's lovely to see,
So best wishes to Kurt. I think we should all just stop using that, personally.
Absolutely.
Cool.
There we go. Let's leave that in the past.
It's gone. It's already in the bin. There you go.
Apart from when it pops up in the video that we shot before he said this.
It will not, because I'll just cut that out.
Okay,
How
fair
about
enough.
that? Respect for Kurt. Now that he's drawn that line. Let's talk about AEW scrapping some WrestleMania weekend plans, potentially. This is from WrestleZone. They claim a source in Las Vegas has said that AEW did have plans to do Ring of Honor, Supercard of Honor over WrestleMania weekend, which is what they usually do. Mm-hmm. But those plans are now off. So it's we're 3 months out, and they hadn't announced it. So I've been sitting here thinking, are gonna have a show?
Yeah.
What's going on? Usually it's the Friday before, same night as SmackDown. Mm-hmm. All that stuff. That's what it was last year. Me and Michael Sidgwick went to the wonderful building in Philadelphia that you pronounce so well.
Oh, the Lick Your Ass Center.
That's the one. And we had a good time. We watched Mark Briscoe versus Eddie Kingston in the main event. Had a nice time. No show this year. No word on the reason. Maybe they're not confident of drawing.
Yeah.
Maybe they couldn't find a venue. Maybe the venues were too expensive. Who the heck knows? But whatever reason, the show is not going on, which is a shame. I like the Ring of Honor pay-per-views. I think that they usually deliver in ring.
Yeah.
But not this year.
Yeah, you're right. It is a shame. Like, it's not going to be necessarily because they're worried about WWE, because they've run it in the past few years. Like you say, they've run head-to-head with all the go-home SmackDowns ahead of WrestleMania. And, you know, like you say, you and I have both been in attendance, and they've not exactly struggled for an audience and a rabid crowd, because it's just a big wrestling weekend, isn't it? But I can understand elements of this. We've talked about them potentially moving Double or Nothing out of Las Vegas because of WWE's presence there in April too. Yeah, you're not going to be short of wrestling that weekend, regardless.
No.
Or other things to do. You know, maybe other people should put some shows on instead.
Maybe they should explore triangular-shaped buildings where they might talk to people.
People are going to think we're in the Illuminati now.
That's us. The Illuminati got my mind, soul, and my body.
They're really struggling if they're trying to recruit us.
Yeah, they really are. Like, we couldn't order a chicken burger, let alone arrange a new world order. Gee whiz, what are they on about? What's going on?
But yes, I think Supercard will be fine if you just shove it any other weekend around that time of year.
Yeah, exactly. We've still got Sensei Barnett's Bloodsport, so we're good for. I'm going to go with that.
Wale Mania, shout out to Wale.
Nice.
It's always an amazing night, that, because it's just what's happening.
Yeah, what occurred?
Very much looking forward to WrestleMania weekend, and I hear Las Vegas is nice this time of year.
I've heard April, real nice, real splendid.
Right, let's talk about a former WWE legend pitch for an AEW on-screen role. I will say this person has been doing stuff backstage in AEW for quite some time now, so there wouldn't be like a huge jump or a signing or anything like that. But the man who used to introduce the rated R superstar, Tony CHIMEL,
Superstar.
legendary announcer, yes, according to Fightful, has been linked with doing the entrance announcement for Cope. Cope! I don't know how you would say it.
I don't know.
But yeah, CHIMEL intrinsically linked with the history of Adam Copeland.
So even if they don't use him as like an announcer on a show, and they've already got ring announcers, they've got Dasha, they've got Justin Roberts.
Yeah.
Jojo recently,
I was about to say,
she recently did some work at a Collision taping. So even if they don't want to use him full time as an announcer or whatever, I think they should do one. They should just do one Copeland intro
For like the Revolution World Title match.
Yeah, the rated R superstar. It'd be great. Why not? One off.
We just sued all of them.
Yeah.
That's our thing.
Yeah, you can't do that voice
In
specifically.
fact, we're not suing you. We're arresting you on the spot, Tony CHIMEL.
What would the trademark application for that say? That voice Tony CHIMEL does.
S-O.
Capital O, 0.
Superstar. It's always fun to do, isn't it?
Quality. So yeah, he should do it once. Tony CHIMEL.
Get a bag put on his head on the death right.
Tony CHIMEL has been written off.
Yeah.
Poor guy. Tony CHIMEL was a prominent WWE announcer when I was a teenager, so I've always got a fondness for Tony CHIMEL. For me,
legend.
The two I've always got the fondest memories for are him and Howard Finkel.
I don't think I've ever hated, and consider the ground this covers, I don't think I've ever hated WWE more than when they mocked Howard Finkel.
Oh my God, when he had that return.
For the CM Punk
thing.
Yeah,
and he was crying, and the commentators took the piss out of him.
What is he, enjoying this moment too much?
Gee, they treat Howard Finkel like dirt a lot of the time, and man, what a shame. But rest in peace to the Fink, one of the gods of pro wrestling.
As far as I remember the story.
Yeah.
You will be wrestling.
Yeah. Oh, Andrew, one more thing. Watch out for that choke slam.
R.I.P. Howard Finkel, what a legend. Also, Tony CHIMEL responsible for one of my favourite ever Botchamania moments. Obviously, certain Botchamania is no longer available, often copyright struck. Shout out to Matthew for all his hard work. The bit where he's introducing, or attempting to introduce, he's doing like a wild line, introducing the woman's gravy bowl. It's women's. So funny. If anyone's got that, please send it to me. It's amazing.
Yeah, clip it, baby.
But yeah, I'd like to see Tony CHIMEL do that, just on a one-off, like you say, for AEW.
Me too. Anyway, if you can't do... the only Howard Finkel stuff I can do is the one that Drew Gallows did an impression of, right? And your opponent will be Kane. It's great. But yes, if you like this video, here's one on every secret from every year. One secret from every year of WWE history.
What?
A lot of hard work went into this one.
It's great.
Look at that thumbnail as well. That's 10 out of 10, baby.
Give
if
it a
you don't
click.
click on that, your mouse isn't working. Bye.